Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is another what I eat in a day video, but this is unlike any other what I eat in a day video that you've seen on my channel because today I'm only going to be eating red food. Yes, that is right. So this video is hugely inspired by another vegan YouTuber by the name Krist Soup. I hope I'm saying her name right. And right now it is like thundering outside, so sorry if you can hear that. Krist, I'm gonna call her Krist. I don't know if that's her actual name. Krist is a fellow YouTuber and she recently did a video where she was only eating purple food for the entire day. So apparently this is a thing called the purple food diet. So her entire day consisted of eating only purple foods. So I was hugely inspired by this because she even dyed her hair purple. I think it was for the occasion, I'm not sure. But I was like, hey, I already have red hair, so why don't I do the red hair diet? The red hair diet? Oh god, no, you do not want to do that. Let's retry that. I thought, why don't I do the red food diet and only eat red food for an entire day and do a what I eat in a day video. Yay! I'm basically stealing her idea. I'm even using the fisheye lens effect that she used in her video. I just needed another reason to use my GoPro because otherwise I'm just never gonna use it. Okay, without further ado, let's get started with my red food, what I eat in a day. So for breakfast, I actually started off with a juice. We actually have a juicer here, so I used the juicer to juice beets and also apples. I used 2 apples. We actually have an apple tree in our backyard, so I just used 2 of the apples from the apple tree, and I also used 2 beets. I just put them all in. I didn't skin anything. I just kind of cut them in half, put them into the juicer, and out comes an amazingly red juice. Beets are amazing and basically turn everything it touches into redness. And they're really good for you as well, so yeah, I just used that. So I created a very delicious and very healthy juice, but of course that's not going to be enough for me for breakfast. So that was just kind of like a pre-breakfast.
Wondering how it goes around when you didn't call for help. All alone on the internet, but you don't seem to forget about yourself.
I don't actually like to waste the pulp that comes out from juicing vegetables or fruits because there are so many different ways that you could use them. So what I actually did with the pulp from the apple and the beets was that I took the pulp and I turned it into a soup. I started off by sauteing some onions and then I added the pulp in and then I added some water. With that I added some soy sauce, I added some salt, like seasoning salt. I also added red split lentils as well and just mixed it all up together, and then I brought it to a boil and then I let it simmer for a while so that all of the juices and all of the goodness can just like, you know, get married into the pot and it'll all create this beautiful soup. In hindsight, I probably would have used a veggie stock cube or something, or like veggie stock, but whatever, it's fine. Another thing that you could do is actually just boil the pulp with some water and then just let that boil for a long time and then let the water soak in all the flavors, and then you can actually strain the pulp so that the water itself will just be a liquid and there won't be any pieces in there. But I would just got lazy and I just kept it in the soup, and it turned out to be more like a stew because the lentils just thickened up the soup, but it was still really delicious. And yeah, it kind of turned out not as red as I wanted, but it's still kind of red, so I think it still counts. Also, one thing that I learned from doing this challenge is that a lot of foods are named red something, but it's actually not red. Like not red at all. Like for example, red split lentils, even if you just look at the lentils, it's like clearly not a red color, it's more of like orange. And also red onions are like more purple than red, but you know, whatever, I don't make up the rules. So that was my breakfast, a soup and some juice. And for a snack, of course, I had some watermelon because watermelons are delicious and they're also red. Go figure. For lunch, I decided to make some Korean style cold noodles. I just used spaghetti noodles because it's all kind of similar and you can use whatever noodles that you want. Since the spaghetti noodles are not red, of course I had to cover it up with a red sauce. Thanks to me being Korean and Koreans loving spicy things, a lot of our foods are actually red. So I just used a bunch of ingredients, mixed it all together to make this red sauce. And this sauce is so delicious, and I just poured it over the pasta and then I just mixed it all up and it just created this beautiful deliciousness. Yeah. And then I also added in some tomatoes and some red peppers to finish this off. This is just a cold noodle deliciousness. Yeah, it's super easy to make. I'm leaving the recipe in the description box down below so you guys can make this at home. And of course, since the pasta itself was white, it didn't look as red as I wanted it to, but if I made it any redder, it probably would have been way too spicy for me to eat. So that's why it's not as red as I want it to, but I think the red pepper and the tomatoes make up for the lack of redness in the noodles. Yay! This is the most exciting part. Ooh. So for dinner, I decided to make some kimchi beet fried rice. That sounds like kimchi beet fried rice. I decided to make some kimchi fried rice and add some beets to it to make it even redder than it would normally be. And oh my god, this actually turned out really, really amazing, and I am so happy with the way it turned out. I actually think I might make this again because the beets actually went so well together with the rice and with the kimchi, and the flavors just went really well together, and even the texture. It was really nice to add the beets in because it just gave a nice new texture to the fried rice, and oh my god, it was just super delicious. So definitely recommend trying this out. It's actually really good, and the color turned out beautifully red, so I'm very happy about that. So the first thing that I did to make this was just chop up everything. Okay, so I chopped up some red onions into small pieces, and then I also chopped up some kimchi, and I also chopped up some beets. Now the beets that I used for this was just in a can. They were already sliced up beets, so it was quite easy for me to chop those up. And then what I did was I sauteed the onions, and then I added a little bit of garlic, and then I sauteed that up, and then I added the kimchi, cooked that up a little bit, and then I added the beets, and then I just kind of mixed everything together, and then I added some red kidney beans into the mixture that were already cooked, and then I added the rice at the very end, and then I mixed it all up very, very well. I decided to add a little bit of soy sauce and a bit more beet juice, the juice that was coming out of the can, to make it redder, and I also added some more kimchi juice. Yeah, I just added some more until I got the color that I wanted, and then I just like mixed it all up really, really well. And right before I was finished cooking it, I added just a little bit of sesame oil to give it that really, really delicious Korean flavor. And oh my gosh, you guys, this is actually really delicious, and again, I highly recommend you guys trying this. And for dessert, I just decided to have some watermelon because do I need to give a reason for having watermelon? I mean, watermelon is like my favorite fruit, I think. That's basically it for my What I Ate in a Day Red Foods edition. This was so much fun. Thank you so much once again to Krist Soup for the inspiration. Once again, check out her YouTube channel. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. I will leave a link to her original video and her YouTube channel down below in the description box. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. What did you guys think? Let me know. If you want to try out the Red Foods diet for a day and do a What I Ate in a Day video, make sure you try it out, do a video, and let me know down below if you've done that, and I would love to watch it. That would be So much fun. Or you can try any other color, I guess. I mean, this could be like a trend, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's basically it. I hope you guys are doing really, really well. I hope you are enjoying my 30 videos in 30 days challenge. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. Share this with anybody that might find it interesting, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!